And here we go. Hey, yo, what up, yo? It's your boy, Waukweli, and this is Waukweli Rants. This is when I take my lips, put them to my brain, and I let everything come out unfiltered. Today, I'm joined by two of my brothers.
Hey, what?
One in Chakali and the other Bynum, all the way from Tokyo. So what up, fellas? How you doing?
No, hold up. What did you say? This is the time you take what and put them to your brain?
I take my lips, put them to my brain. Everything just comes out unfiltered.
Oh, wow. Okay, cool.
Yeah. No filter, no filter.
Weird. It sounded weird the first time you said it.
How'd it sound? How'd it sound?
I don't know. It sounded like something Smollett would say.
Ooh. Ooh. What you trying to say, my brother? What you talking about? What you talking about, Willis?
I am Baku.
What you talking about, Willis? Okay. All right. Okay.
What's up, bro?
Not much, not much. So, Chakali, where you at? I see you driving.
I am driving my queen back home. Yeah, I'm heading back home. Done with the day. About to go home and play with my kids.
Sounds good, sounds good. Bynum, where you at?
I'm in my crib right now in Japan, Tokyo.
Tokyo, Japan.
Oh, Ragisa.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, sayonara.
Konbawa.
Konbawa.
Oh, Chinawa.
Ochinawa. Yeah, that's right.
Actually, it's Konbawa.
Komba and Kisui, we say Hujanawa.
Okay, can I get some bootleg DVDs? Ain't nobody DVDs, man.
No, I need some bootleg J's. I need to open a shop in there, so I need a connect. Because the fever, there's a fever for them J's up in the city. There's a fever.
That is very true. Okay, so fellas, all right, let's jump onto this thing, yo. I want to talk about something today.
What are we talking about today?
We talking about that headline right there. Can you read the line? Should
the Lakers trade Lebron?
Yes.
I say, why not?
Oh Lord, why not? Okay.
Why not?
Let's start with Mr. Why not? Why not? What do you mean, why not?
He's an NBA player, isn't he?
Yes.
He doesn't own the team.
No, he doesn't.
He's a valuable asset.
Yes.
That you can move around to get other pieces.
Yes.
Yes, I will. Sorry, guys, I was talking to my queen, so
no problem, no problem.
So as I was saying, I know initially when you read it out, like, oh, trade LeBron, you're like, who would do that? Why would you do that?
Right.
Okay, so let's consider he's on year what? 15, 16?
16.
Yeah.
He is on the top, if not on the downward, almost heading towards the downward, the end of his career.
That is true.
And the fanfare around him right now, he still generates a lot of interest. He still generates a lot of media attention. So some GM might be fooled into thinking he has 4 or 5 more years at his prime.
True.
I don't think so. I have noticed the way he's playing right now. I thought he would come to the Lakers and play off ball, like he said. He'll play off ball.
Right.
He'll be more effective as a cutter and whatnot.
Right.
But I have seen he's very comfortable playing on the ball. He's never learned how to play off ball.
Right.
So the team that they have right now, when he plays on the ball, guys stand around and just watch. I'm like, oh, okay, tell me where to go. You know, there are people who play on the ball, but it's instinctive.
Right.
The game moves instinctively. It's not like you're directing grown-ass people where to stand, where to move, who to screen, take a shot now, don't take a shot now. So I think the Lakers should look into it. If there are people out there who want LeBron James and they're giving you assets, why not trade?
Wow. Okay.
Because he said it. Remember, he said it. It's a business. He was telling the youngins.
Yes.
It's a business. Don't take it personal. Therefore, he shouldn't take it personal if Rob Pelinka and Magic decide to shop him around and see what value, what assets can we get for LeBron James.
You know, it's amazing.
First of all,
I was going to say the same. It's weird. I'm hearing this from you, but great. All right, Bynum, let's hear you.
First of all, like players of that caliber, LeBron James, the Steph Curry, they have that no trade clause in their contract. So
no,
sometimes they dictate the where they're going when they're being traded.
Not LeBron.
Not LeBron. Not in this contract.
Not with this contract. Yeah. Stephen Curry doesn't have it. He's never had it. The only person that's had it right now in the league was LeBron, but he doesn't have it right now. Not in this contract. Stephen Curry has never had it.
That being said, it sounds crazy to me because at first you have to know why you're bringing LeBron to your team. I'm sure they had a deeper conversation with Magic before he signed with the Lakers.
True.
And he was promised that he will get, coming to that agreement, he was sure he was going to get what he wants to win, right?
True.
So there's no way you can tell me LeBron agreed on having someone like Lonzo Ball and Rajon Rondo plus LeBron at the same team without knockdown shooters. That's impossible.
Okay.
That team, you have 2 point guards who are not like LeBron is not really a point guard, but he is when he's in the floor. He is a point guard. He's not listed as a point guard, but when he's in the floor, he is a point guard. And his style of play, in his style of play, he needs shooters. He really needs shooters.
His former style of play.
Yes.
His style of play.
No. They had said him moving to the Lakers. The conversation was around, we can't beat the Golden State Warriors by playing their game, by having shooters. To have people who can handle the ball. Because he went to the finals the last time, he had shooters around him. And they were clanking bricks. They could have built a new cookie mall if they wanted.
But then, what I'm saying, if you have those point guards, then you need scoring point guards.
So, scoring point guards that don't get the ball. If you're playing with LeBron as a scoring point guard, when do you get the ball to start scoring? You do the Cavalier thing. Kyrie Irving takes a turn, LeBron takes a turn, then the three other guys stand around and just watch.
That's not going to work.
What I really know about LeBron is that LeBron himself is a system. Once you acquire him, you acquire LeBron with everything that he comes with.
But Bynum, hold on. Let me jump in for a second.
Yeah.
When LeBron left Cavaliers, going to the Lakers, I am sure, just like what Chakali said earlier, I was never there for the conversation, but I'm sure they spoke about it and they were going a different direction, not the same way he used to play. This was going to be different. And that is why what you're talking about, but the knockdown shooters and all that, we didn't have them at first. Look, if that was the case, then you hear the latest news that's coming out right now. Brook Lopez, they let him go. 3.5 mil. They could have afforded that. He's a shooter. He's a big man. He could have done all that. But they let him go. Guess what they got? Guess what they got? They got McGee and they got Beasley. So obviously,
people that they say can put the ball on the floor and can attack.
And Stevenson.
Exactly, and Stevenson. So I mean, there was a conversation, and the conversation was not knockdown shooters. We knew this from the very beginning. So tell me something different.
But what I'm saying is that they tried it and it didn't work. And I wouldn't say actually it didn't work because that injury.
No, it did work.
That injury really brought the Lakers back.
Okay.
So it did work.
18 games,
it did work till the middle of the season. They were number 4 on the standings. But the thing is, the question right now is, should Lakers trade LeBron James? And I'm saying, as a LeBron fan for a very long time, it would be blasphemous for me even to agree to that. But being honest, yes, he's an NBA player. He's an asset that you can move to get better as a team. People are asking, why would you move LeBron? Would you get better? Okay, so let me ask, if I move LeBron and get Paul George, do I get better as Lakers?
I think, yes, you do. I think
right
the question here,
yes, you do.
Here, the way Chakali is saying it is like, can they trade LeBron? Because coming from your point,
should.
That's why I'm trying to make it look like that, because coming from he's saying he's an NBA player, he has the contract and all that, and they can't trade him. But should they trade him?
Yeah,
that's the question, right?
Yes.
Like for my part, I think it goes both ways.
Right.
Like it will sound like they trade him, and at the same time they should, because it can be better for LeBron James himself.
Why is it sounding crazy? The trading.
Sometimes it's better for LeBron himself. Like if they trade him, he go to a better team with a better core, and yeah, maybe he can
But you
work
see,
out
that's
for
the
the
thing.
better.
If they trade you, definitely their chances you're not going to a better team. They're just trading
More
you
than
for them
likely.
to get better assets.
Exactly. That's the way it usually works.
Don't go to a
But
better team.
Hold up, fellas. Let me help you out on this. The latest news is Brandon Ingram is suffering from the same type of injury that Chris Bosh had. All right. So now we're looking at, even if you're trying to trade the youngins,
He's not being moved.
he's not being moved.
Yeah.
So now you can't move
That's
the youngins
true.
to get somebody like an AD. Actually, the Boston
That's
Celtics
true.
Any
have a better
package
chance right
without
now.
Ingram won't work.
It's just not making sense.
Yeah.
So should they look into trading LeBron? Should they trade LeBron to get better?
But I think it's too early right now. It's just the first
Why is
season,
it true?
and I think it's early.
This topic
I think
gets
it's early.
kicked in.
No, I think it's early to decide that.
What do you
It's
mean
way
it's
too
early to
early.
decide if you can trade him? What are you waiting
Because
for to decide?
they
We're having
haven't-
a
they
hypothetical
haven't-
conversation.
That squad hasn't been like fully healthy. Like
Okay,
look at
so
the
you
squad
want-
from the beginning of the season to the
Yeah.
end. They haven't been fully healthy.
Okay, hold on a second.
Have they?
Okay, hold on a second.
So
I'm
you
not-
want
I'm
to
not-
wait till the Lakers are fully healthy to gauge how
No, I
good
want to
they
give
can
them
be.
I want to give them one more season and see what they can do. If
Okay,
it doesn't
LeBron
work from
doesn't
there,
have
then
time
they
to
should.
waste, bro.
He really
LeBron
doesn't have a lot of
2 more
time. He really
seasons to
doesn't
waste.
have a lot of time. And I wanna chime in a little bit on this one here. You guys keep talking about getting healthy and all that. I know. Going back a couple of years, I recall Stephen Curry getting injured in the playoffs, and he came back to play. He said he was okay, and people were making excuses that he was not okay when they won the 72 games, right? No, 73 games, when they won 73 games. He came back, he played.
Yeah.
Some people were saying he's not healthy, and some people were saying you shouldn't have came back. They lost and all that. Yes, healthy or not. LeBron also same thing. He came back, he said he was 100%. He went at Houston Rockets playing like he was 100%. All right. And
Man,
wait
that
a minute.
brother wasn't.
The statement
Anyone who
came
sees
out.
him.
Statement came out from Rich Paul, Clutch. Rich Paul, he was like, LeBron is not going to
If
come
he
to
were
play
playoffs,
until
like,
he's
yeah, he would
ready.
play.
What was it?
Rich Paul was
for it.
very explicit. He actually
Yeah.
put everybody on blast and was like, he will come to play when he's damn ready to play. He's not just going to
Yeah.
come back and play. You recall that statement
That's
from
true.
Rich Paul? And LeBron came
Yes.
back. And LeBron also said, I am 100%. And he went after the Houston Rockets and they won that game. You recall that, right?
That's true.
Why are we
He's
still
not
talking about
100%.
this injury until today?
He's not
Well,
100%.
the reason
I've
we
seen
are
him on the
talking
court.
about the reason I'm talking about the injury is the fact that when he was playing before the injury, when he was playing, the Lakers were in the fourth place, right?
That's early. The Clippers were number one. At one point.
But still, missing 18 games out of the they lost a lot of games.
Okay, Bynum, do you
Yes.
actually believe in your hearts of hearts if the Lakers remained as they were, they would have won the championship?
Yeah, not the championship. They would have at
Then
least
what are we
made the
playing
playoffs.
for? What are we playing for? What is LeBron playing for? Because you know,
Like,
the stature that he has, if LeBron doesn't win a championship, doesn't make it to the finals, it's hell. Karabani will bring hell. All the LeBron haters will bring
That's
hell.
true. That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
I'm not a hater. I'm not a hater.
You're not a hater. You're not a hater. I'm just saying to others.
Yeah, that's true.
You are
If
special,
LeBron doesn't
you're a
win the
special
championship,
analyst. Yeah.
it's a worst season. Yeah,
So
that's true.
we knew coming into the season that the makeup of the team is kind of suspect. It doesn't play the type of basketball we know LeBron to play, where he
Yeah.
is surrounded with shooters. We had Rob Pelinka, we had Magic saying that they decided. And when they say they, I believe they had to sit with their biggest star
Right,
and decide, where are we going? They brought in guys who are hard-nosed defensive guys who take it to the rim. We thought they would be defensive, but when we started looking at tape, we're like, okay, these guys are not really playing defense.
They're not that
Either
tough.
they're old, too slow, lack of communication. They haven't played together that long. They don't know what defensive schemes they're playing. One time they want to jump the ball handlers on the top screens. They want to double team. Other times the rotations are off. So as the season was rolling, yes, they're winning by virtue of LeBron doing LeBron things, but you're like, this system that you're playing will not win a championship. And we know initially LeBron used to get to the finals is so good. Then it got to the point of your what? 3 for 9.
3 for 9,
Yeah.
right?
Guys started
No, 3
laughing
for
at
6.
the idea of
3
just
for
making
6, not 3 for 9. 3
No,
for 6.
he won 3
Yes.
and lost 6.
Yes.
Yes.
3 for 6.
So you're 3 for 9. You're not 3 for 6. You're 3 for 9. It sounds
Oh,
better
okay.
when you say
Okay,
3-6.
No. Yeah, 3 out of 9. I'm sorry.
So he gets injured. And the worst injuries I've come to know as a player are the injury where there's no one around you. No one hits you. No one did anything. You didn't step on anything. You just slipped and pulled a muscle. And he pulled a muscle for guys who run and guys who are aggressive in terms of defense. The abductor muscle, the groin, is serious. It's involving a lot of your movement. Yeah. So we know this is a guy who, one, if he wants to take you to the rim, he backs off, creates momentum to go and take you to the rim. Then he's injured on a muscle that is quite necessary for the way he plays. He comes back when the team has floundered and messed up and they're out of the playoff picture. So for now, are they making the playoff? No. Will it become a stain in his legacy for LeBron James and the people who follow LeBron James and talk about him? Yes. They will pick this to mean, oh, Kobe would have picked this team and taken it to Masai Mara, killed a lion and slaughtered an elephant and come back and made a barbecue. So as a team, as Lakers, do you see potential big stars coming to the Lakers? One,
not after this
teams
season.
Teams are ganging up not to give the Lakers any assets.
Yeah.
The NBA is like, okay, LeBron, we need to move on to other bigger stars. Your time is up. We need to move on to other things. Kawhi didn't come to the Lakers. Paul George didn't take a meeting, went to OKC. Antonio Davis, Pelicans decide, hell no, we are not giving Antonio Davis. Yes, we'll fire our GM, but we're not giving him.
Anthony not to get traded to the Lakers. The Pelicans
so we get to the end of the
it.
season. They don't have to trade him the end of this season. He has one more year.
2020, yeah.
Yeah. So next season, who's coming to the Lakers? We hear KD and Kyrie are supposed to be moving.
KD's not going.
KD doesn't want to play with
anywhere
LeBron.
else
He says
except
it's toxic.
And it's not even.
All I know is that
it's
if
not
KD,
even.
if KD doesn't go to New York,
it's not a matter of KD.
If he doesn't go to New York, he might consider going back to Washington.
He would rather do that than go to the Lakers because right now in KD's mind he wants to be number one, so he's gunning up.
Yeah, he wants the bag.
Yeah, there's no way he will team up with LeBron. That's for sure.
Right.
Neither is Kyrie. Like there's a notion where people are saying Kyrie wants to play with LeBron, but
no. He already did that. Kyrie is doing that thing that Kobe did with Shaq. You people say I only got the championship because I played with LeBron. So now I need to go out there and do it on my own. So there's no he's going back to play with LeBron. Yeah, we can be friends. I can feel you. I can say I'm sorry about how I acted and whatnot because now I'm grown, I'm a man. But I don't see Kyrie going back and playing with LeBron on the same team.
Okay, so all right, we're going in circles on this one. I'm just gonna ask you guys, just to kind of like wrap this one up. Hypothetical.
Yes, they should trade him.
Well, that was my question. I guess you got me right there.
Yes. if they want to build their team, they should look at the possibility of trading. It's basketball. It's the NBA.
I think they shouldn't.
They should trade him.
Oh my God.
No stars are coming to the Lakers.
No.
All the stars don't want to play with LeBron right now.
That is very true. Bynum.
So what's the point of keeping him there?
My point of view is that my take, I think they shouldn't trade him.
Okay. Good. Fair
Good.
enough.
That's what I think.
Fair any Okay.
Let me throw this one real quick, like about the dub. I would like to ask you something about.
Sure.
Do you see any red flag?
Oh, with the Dubs?
Like the way they've been playing lately, the dub.
Okay, well, yes.
They need to find
most definitely. Most definitely. I mean, the way it usually happens is, well, not usually. The way it has happened with teams that have gone 3 times to the finals. The third year, usually defensively, they've suffered a lot. You look at the Chicago Bulls, same thing. You look at the LA Lakers with Shaq and Kobe. Actually, they were 22nd defensively. They were pretty bad that year, and then they switched it up and they won. You looking at the Warriors right now? They're sitting at 16. It seems like every year they've gotten worse and worse and worse. Listening to Steph Curry, he was like, last year was worse than this year. It's just you guys don't know. A lot of the stuff didn't come out. But am I seeing a lot of red flags? Yes, I'm seeing a lot of red flags. Will they be able to turn it on? I believe they would, but nothing is written in stone.
They can. No, they can. You saw the Denver
game. They really
game.
can. I don't see any team beating the Dubs if they are really locked in. But what I'm concerned with is these injuries. If they miss anyone in their rotation, especially between Steph, KD, and Clay, that would be a problem for them getting into the finals. So getting out of the West. So I think plus before, Draymond Green was a huge asset for them. Like when he was knocking down shots, you had to guard Draymond. But right now he has really he's in a slump, like for the whole season. That's more than just a slump. So it's really tough for them to get the same kind of let's say motion, like the ball movement offensively when he's not knocking down the shots, because now guys are not guarding him that much. They're not closing out on him that much. So it's easier to double team on Clay or KD, even Steph, when you're not worried about Draymond anymore. And on the other hand, I'm also concerned that DeMarcus isn't what he used to be. Like he came back, but he's not what he used to be. First of all, he's a liability in defense.
That is very true. I mean, defensively,
I think it's just learning the system.
The way they brought back Bogut, that's a big win for them. If also Bogut comes back as he was before he left the NBA.
Well, you pretty much answered everything. You posed a question and then you answered the question, because yes, with the addition with the addition of Bogut, it pretty much covers everything. They needed depth. That's what they needed.
Yeah,
and
that's what they were lacking this season.
And they got that from Bogut.
Like the most like the concern I have right now for them, it's not about the big guy who they already got Bogut, but it was Iggy and Sean Livingston. I think they're aging, and they have slowed down. They are not what they used to be as well. So
I'm not sure. We check.
It's true to a certain extent, but I think there's also, you got to consider one thing, and I don't know why a lot of people are not talking about it. I think Steve Kerr has been experimenting with a lot of different lineups. Some of the lineups are really suspect, and I have called them out a couple of times, but I know this is the time to try them out. So I can't judge him just yet.
Yeah.
I can't judge him just yet, because he's probably just, experimenting to see what really works. Because at times I'm like, what the hell is this? I mean, I guess it's just part of the game. We'll see. We'll see how it works in the playoffs.
I don't see a team beating Golden State Warriors 4 games in a row in a span of 2 weeks. Right now, the NBA, the way the NBA is right now, I don't see a team beating them 4 games in a row in 2 weeks. Also, the only thing that guys are hoping for is for either Denver to be number 1, Denver to have home court advantage. Denver has altitude issues. That's the only thing coming to rescue you. Some supernatural force of nature to help you balance the equation. Because we know, we've seen Clay, we've seen KD, we've seen Iggy, we've seen Draymond. When push comes to shove, when they're in situations that require Golden State to play Golden State basketball. Remember, the game Draymond was suspended, he came back. Wasn't he knocking like 30-something points? He scored like 32 points.
I don't quite recall, but I remember he did have
a
really good game. He had a good game.
Down trays like he's being paid to knock trays. Right now, I think he's going through one. His body's breaking down. Remember, this was a chubby guy. The Draymond we're seeing now is not the Draymond. This is a guy who's naturally, he's a chubby guy. So he has worked extremely hard to maintain the physique that he has now. And he's starting to have funny injuries. Same injuries like
that's an interesting
Shaq.
Point. I actually
like
didn't think of that. That's a really
I've never heard that injury.
No, toe injuries are people who have either funny feet or just they have. So he's breaking down, and by virtue of most of the offense, as much as we keep saying is Steph, KD, most of the offense initiation and the screens and rolls ran through Draymond.
True, and that's why he leads in assists.
Yeah, when he was holding the ball and people knew he could shoot, they had to move up on him. Now they're like, dude is going through a mental issue. First and foremost, the team suspended you over beef with KD. You were there before KD. You felt like you're the part of the Golden State, and the team shows you, Kina Bob Myers show you, my friend, KD is more important. Being the black man that he is, he had to go in his feelings. That you people don't respect what I've done, and then it started rolling down. So I strongly believe Golden State still are favorites to win the championship, regardless of what other teams are doing, because 4 games, you need to beat them 4 games.
Mm-hmm.
Look at what OKC did. They were up 3-1.
Right.
They lost those games. Cleveland, how did Cleveland win the one championship that they won on Golden State? They were physical.
Very physical.
They just decided, okay, tucheze mtaani. We play streetball. Ni kupigana sasa. KD, no, what's his name? Steph is not a physical player.
No.
Clay is not a physical player. They're like, okay, tuwapige.
KD is not a
Then they decided,
player.
oh, we've learned. Let's get KD. KD will neutralize LeBron because of length, and he'll shoot over anyone. So you guys have now to think of Steph, you have to think of Clay, you have to think of KD. Now they have the Marcus. As much as we are saying he's a liability on defense, I don't think he's a liability on defense. He's just not learned this system yet. Because there's some clips when you see, you're like, okay, this is just a mental breakdown. It's not that he can't defend. Yes, his lateral movement is a bit suspect. I mean, it's from Achilles injury. What do we expect? But then again, Golden State will be Golden State, my friends. Tutaongea hapa in June when they pick their next trophy. Because other than that, who's winning? Who's beating Golden State?
The only team, okay, before we wrap this up, we really got to wrap it. Who? Who's got a legitimate shot?
It's Houston Rockets.
Nah. The only team from the West is OKC. OKC has a legitimate shot. OKC from the West, they have a legitimate shot. I feel like OKC with their length, their defense.
Denver Nuggets.
Here's the reason why I'm telling you that the Houston Rockets has a legitimate shot. The only reason is that, first of all, they are tough mentally.
That chubby dude will fall apart.
They are tough defensively.
That chubby point guard will have an injury again. But wait. Come to think of it, this season I've noticed every time what's his name? Chris Paul.
Right.
Finishes a game, he goes back into training. And I've noticed the most training he's doing is core exercises.
Yeah, because,
think back. What keeps plaguing this dude?
Soft.
Hamstring.
Yeah, soft tissues.
Hamstring injuries. So I think he has learned either from LeBron, somebody that you need to work on your core, bro, because you carry a little bit of weight around the midsection. He doesn't have a basketball body. If you look at him playing, I don't know. Chris Paul is not cut.
But you know what, guys? It's true. We got to wrap it up.
Okay, you need to wrap it.
It's 30.
Why? You're paying a lot for data.
No. It's usually cutoff time. Cutoff time is 30 minutes. Cutoff time is 30 minutes. Then I have too much material that I will not use. I know we're not going to use. Okay, so guys, listen.
Cool.
Before I wrap it up, I got to say one thing. First of all, I noticed one thing. Chris Paul, he's a damn good point guard, yo. I still got to give it to him. When they played against the Warriors, I was like, that's the goddamn man right there. I do not like Chris Paul.
Running.
He's dirty as all. He's dirty as hell. But that boy, he can play.
He knows how to run a team.
And I do not know why the Houston Rockets don't use him that much. Well,
James Harden.
Yeah, because James Harden is not going to take you that far. And this year we saw Chris Paul and James Harden playing together. There were issues at the beginning of the season. There were a lot of issues. When Chris Paul went out, that's when James Harden took over. They had issues, so they got to fix that.
For real.
But all right, fellas.
Because James needs the ball in his hands. He has to dribble like 70 times before
It's a problem.
Kaende, we call it kamtaani kaku scratch. Tukadimue. Nipe mpira.
All right, people.
Baba.
Okay, listen, people, just before we go, all right, we really got to wrap it up. I usually do this one thing. It's 1 minute. Yo got 1 minute. It's called Beyond Basketball. So you pretty much just say anything that's beyond basketball. We don't have to talk about basketball all the time. It could be, you know what? I really hate the way, like, the government, you know, they create all this the drainage system, and they don't cover them, and then people fall over, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I just say, no, I talk about anybody. I mean, I don't, yes. I mean, I do have the right to say that.
The signal still on?
All right, the signal is still on, yes. So let's go. Anybody. Beyond basketball.
Right now, I think mine is not a rant per se, but mine is more of, I'm on a tangent right now where I am alternative forms of education. See very friends that I have in other countries and how that system of education is preparing their children.
Whoa, Nchakali. Stop right there. That is the topic we're supposed to discuss. So just put it in a bag. I know we'll talk about something else. Put that in the bag.
Cool.
All right.
Okay. I'll leave that in the bag.
All right, leave that in the bag. That's a whole discussion.
Wanted to go about,
That's a whole discussion. I just want 1 minute. Okay, Bynum start and then Chakala will pick something else. 1 minute. We got to wrap this up.
Actually, I would like to go in on the issue you had the last time you talked about going in a government office. You can't get service, or you can't get served if you're wearing shorts.
Right.
So that's really funny if you think about it, because I think it's time. Like, we have to push these things and bring awareness to them that you're not to be judged with what you wear or what you do. That doesn't give an impression of what kind of person you are out of what you wear. Because I'm sure even hata ofisini kwenye maofisi makubwa kuna siku ambazo watu wanavaa t-shirt, kuna siku watu wanaruhusiwa kuvaa kaptula.
That is true.
So sidhani kama ni issue kubwa sana kama mtu kwenda kituo cha polisi au kwenda jengo la uhamiaji pale unaenda kuchukua passport yako, umepiga nani unarudisha. Unabidi utoke nje pale ukodishe suruali ndio urudi ndani tena.
Unatakiwa nani hapo, unatakiwa kusema I have a dream that one day sitajajiwa na nguo nilizovaa, lakini content yangu iliyokuwa mwilini mwangu ndani kichwani. Okay, Nchakali, you my brother, we got to wrap this up, man.
Mine is just I think it's time for sisi kama vijana wa Kitanzania to move from this level of waiting for the powers that be and chosen lead kufanya chochote kile and just start with stuff. It's football, if it's basketball, biashara, if it's viwanda, if it's environment, if it's anything to do with something that affects your life, you within the confines of sheria za nchi na uvunji sheria za nchi, we should go out there and try to make a change and not have this thing of serikali ifanye hiki, mbunge afanye hiki. Just get down and do things. If kuna shule near your area that madarasa ni machache and you feel like 5 of you can contribute and build the classes, go and build the classes. Instead of waiting all the time tunasema serikali ije tusaidie. I think tunakuwa walemavu, tunajilemaza.
Ask not what the government can do for you, but what can you do for the government. Preach on, my brother. Preach on. JF Kennedy.
Exactly. There you go.
All right, fellas. Thank you all. I really appreciate it. It was a great session. Bynum.
Thank you, fam.
Do you say Tokyo?
Thank you, brother. Thank you so much.
People from Tokyo.
But I would like to add one thing before you go.
Right.
Tutamaliza leo.
Tutamaliza. Ni kwa vijana tu. Kwa vijana na
waambie vijana.
Tusome yani. Tusome. Let's read. It's really fun. Tusome, tutajifunza mengi sana kwenye vitabu. Wanasema ukitaka kumficha kitu kwa mtu mweusi, ficha kwenye maandishi. Kwa sababu inajulikana kwamba wengi wetu hatupendi kusoma. So tujifunze kusoma. Napenda sana kusoma vitabu hivi nini.
Preach on, my brother. Preach on, my brother. All right, my black people. Power to the people. Wakanda
Cool
forever.
black person.
Njagari, Wakanda forever.
Wakanda forever.
Aha, I caught you lying, my brother. I caught you lying. All right, people.
Wakanda forever. Tutoe fist juu kidogo kwanza.
Wakanda forever.
That's right.